Started. YouTube, good morning, welcome back. Good morning to the Discord as well. How are you guys doing? I hope everyone had a good day yesterday and a great night's rest. And I hope you guys are ready to go here today. Because, this market right now has been absolutely insane. We've had some crazy momentum, some interesting action, and, it seems like this hot momentum is here and it's here for a while. All right, so let's get everything pulled up. TIRX, I got a couple of stocks that I'll talk about here that I saw. That's looking decent. LXEH. So we'll take a look at the scans. Let's get these level 2s in play. LEJU, which did sell off quite a bit, highs of 13. Maybe this one bounces up a little bit off these lows. We've been seeing this setup here, right? So yeah, okay, let's go to dual screen for those of you on YouTube. For those of you in Discord, in this section of the show, you guys will be listening on, audio, let's say audio only, right? Of course, the screen up top is still on, but this is where we have the, the 1 minute chart and the order entry windows. So just follow on as we go. And of course, as we go through the chapters, we talk extensively about the pre-market analysis and of course, pre-market trend lines and, the importance of our indicators. So HOUR is the leading stock of the day. HOUR. I'm going to pull it up here. We'll put it on this side for now. HOUR. So HOUR is currently up 212% with, 11 million shares of volume, and there's 1 million shares in the float. All right. Gap up of 58% versus yesterday's close, which is pretty impressive. So not bad at all. This is exactly the type of obvious stock that I want to be paying attention to. So pre-market highs. I noticed that on my chart, I have some trend lines which are from previous days. So, intraday trend lines I'll remove for now, and I'll focus more on the key daily levels. So first and foremost, pre-market highs, which are at 577. 577 pre-market highs. Not bad. Context, what have we been seeing here? So it seems like this move started in after hours and has curled up so far here today. The very first high of day that we had was around 478. So I'm going to watch a level like this because being that we're pulling back, I'd love to see how we can do, in this area for potential support. So 478, VWAP is currently 475. It would be lovely to see the stock hold up this area and then attempt that red to green into the open. So looking at the daily chart, we have pre-market, the 200 EMA is at 273. So it's, ways down. No need to really, map it out. It's out of the way. Let's pull it up here on E-Trade and look at some of these important levels that we had. So going back to August of last year, August 31st, we had a high point of 510 before a pullback, and we had 15 million shares of volume. So 510, that's an area I want to keep an eye on. So every day always starts the same, guys. Every day starts the same. I come over to Momo Pro and I check out all the, stocks that are up on the discovery section, right? The gap scan. So going over some more, we got this cluster back here, March 21st, and April 26th of 2022, we had some candlesticks. And so the April candlestick is 530, which is in, somewhat proximity 510. So I really want to see this stock over the pre-market highs is what I'm already noticing here, because we might see a little bit of churn and or resistance in this area here. So I think if we clear the pre-market highs, it has a much smoother chance of being able to open up. And 620, of course, the candle for March, 621 for that high point. So if we break the pre-market highs, which is at 77, can we see that push up to 21? From there, well, let's see. We'll check the next line here. The next level, rather. So all-time highs on this stock is at 1033. So if this breaks over 621 today, I expect it to eventually go up all the way to 1033. That would be lovely if we can get that that type of move. And that'll do it for the analysis on this one. So that's HOUR. HOUR, our leading stock today. All right, moving on. We have LXEH next on the list. Today might be one of those days where I have to watch 4 stocks, I wonder. LXEH, a little cheaper. So LXEH currently around 140, up 124%, 2.8 million shares of volume, or rather 3+ million shares of volume and 3 million shares in the float. Now, something to note right now, guys, is that we're opening up our computers, logging in, and stocks are already up well over 100%. This is the absolute sign of hot market and volatile market conditions. So, and I said this last week a couple of times, for those of us who are in the learning curve trying to become successful traders, there is no FOMO, there is no rush. Let's continue to study, let's continue to take it slow, let's continue to build experience. For the people who've already crossed that level and are profitable consistently, this is the type of market we do want to try our best to push it. Because ultimately, we're seeing the volatility that is necessary to be able to capitalize. All right. So when I have my best month last month, and a lot of traders are having their best months last month and maybe this month, depending on how it continues, it's not by accident, right? If you guys look back at last August, I mean, even outside of this community, you had other traders everywhere having their best months, who were able to, already cross the line of profitability. It's because of the momentum. It's not a secret. It's not a secret, right? So let's continue to work diligently towards, getting to where we need to be. So LXEH, it's currently climbing. The last high of day that we had was around 139. So 139, I am going to map out here, looking decent. Currently, we got highs at 161, which I'm not going to map out just yet because we're still pretty active up there. I'll give it a second. Maybe it pulls back. Okay. VWAP at 180. If we pull back, hopefully we can hold those. Well, excuse me, 118 rather. 118 for VWAP. If we do pull back, hopefully we don't pull back that low. We could hold, 140. That'd be nice. Looking at the daily chart, the 200 EMA is at 293. 293 for the 200 EMA. I am seeing 2 different readings though. E-Trade is telling me 244 area. Sometimes this happens. I'm not sure why it does. I think I'm gonna map out both, to be honest. When it comes up, if it's smooth around 250, then I'll know, okay, more than likely it's at 93. But I'm not sure why this happens. There are days where it's perfectly aligned, and there are days like today where it's off by a couple of cents on one of the platforms. But anyhow, looking at the candlesticks, let's see. So we sold off a couple days ago, a couple months ago, a couple weeks ago, and we're curling back up. And we had high points around 350 for a bit of a double top. So that's definitely the area I want to see if this can be strong today. Can we get up to 350? 348, you can say, to be exact. But, essentially the $0.50. So, again, 293 and or 244 for 200 EMA, and then 350 if this thing is really strong. We have more candlesticks after that, but the volume has been so light. I'd say $5 and then maybe 10 afterwards if it's to get over 5. All-time highs are 1250. And then we'll move on to the next stock. So 1250 all-time highs, $10, $5, $3.50. Those are the levels I'm watching at for LXEH. And we've been in this market where stocks are going crazy. So we don't know which one right now, or maybe multiple. But I think right now, unless today's the last day of hot momentum, it's likely to say that one or two of these stocks will go crazy. We're already seeing some nice opportunity pre-market. LEJU, the next one that I have here. Moving on. LEJU, pre-market highs are 1369. Yesterday's high, we had 984. This is definitely a level I want to keep an eye on. And that'll be in a blue trend line. All right. Yesterday's high. So let's see. Okay, right now we've pulled back. We're kind of going sideways. The low of this pullback has been around, what's that, 520s or so? Yeah, about 525. About 525 for the low of the pullback. Can we get back over VWAP? If we do, VWAP currently at 729. Maybe we start to see a bit of a curl. And over VWAP, I'd say, can we see break of yesterday's high at 984? So being that we have multiple stocks here, the question and the trick is always which one is most likely to go and give the opportunity. Because if we can, have it on screen, we'll give ourselves and save ourselves time, which will be of the essence again here today. We've been seeing stocks that sold off curl up. Going back a few days ago, it's kind of been the theme. So I'm wondering maybe LEJU, LXEH, definitely pretty active right now. So I do want to keep an eye on that. But maybe it might need a pullback heading into the open. HOUR also pulling back right now. So coming down on the list, and I'm gonna stop at this next one because the stocks going down still look pretty decent, but it still comes down to what's the most obvious. So there's TIRX, WAFU, and HUIZ that are all decent in volume. I only have space for 3, maybe even let's say 4. So what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna type them into my Thinkorswim and just have them saved under my recent. So if the ones I'm watching right now end up fading out, I can always have these and not have to try to remember and things like that. So TIRX, let's just have this up here. TIRX, WAFU. They are looking a little weaker though, but you never know. And then HUIZ. Yeah, you never know. Hold on one sec. Yeah, so we'll see. We'll see. HUIZ again, not looking bad. It's at 49%. WAFU is at 50%. TIRX is at 69%. All with decent volume, all with fair floats. It'll be a pretty active day. So I'm going to come out on the scans. Let's go back over here. And time, 25. We can do the analysis for, yeah, I think we'll do the analysis of TIRX. By the way, LXEH still, very active up here. TIRX very quickly. Pre-market highs at 559. At the very least, just, get the obvious levels out of the way. There is a bit of a midpoint. We can put it up here. There is a bit of a midpoint at 487. Maybe that provides an entry for break of 5. VWAP around 399. And we've been going sideways here. The low of the entire pullback has been around 313. 200 EMA, currently 407. WAFU, pre-market highs also at 579. Low of the pullback around 370. There is a bit of a midpoint, but it's pretty high though. That's at 541. Well, did I get the right tick there? Not quite. Yeah, 542 area. It's pretty high. Daily chart doesn't look bad. Room going back to 407. Oh, we're actually already in that area. That's high here. 440. So we got to go back some more. But yeah, let's say this one has room, right? Maybe 780 area before it really has trouble on the daily chart. All right. So with 2 minutes to go, I'll be watching LXEH into the open, LEJU, and HOUR. Those will be the three that I keep on watch. LXEH, there's a 2-minute warning. So yeah, for the opening statements here quickly, guys, it's another day to be disciplined. It's another day to follow our rules. It's another day to trade smart and trade the setups, all right? So let's be the best managers that we can be, and let's follow our game plan. Let's follow the formula for success, trading A-quality opportunities, staying disciplined, and even in the moment, if we have mistakes or we miss trades, staying focused on the task at hand and continuing to push forward and looking for the next, A-quality entry, all right? So stay dialed in, stay locked in, and trade your best trading today, and pride yourself on being disciplined, all right? So for our disclaimer, remember that day trading is risky, all right? Day trading is risky. Do not trade with money that you cannot afford to lose. Remember that most traders are losing, most traders are struggling. So if you're new to the market, it's best to trade in a simulator where you can trade, the live market with artificial currency to build experience, right? Paper trading. Or if you want to use cash, risk money that if you lose it all, it will not affect your livelihood or your lifestyle in any way or form. Remember, my results are not typical. Do not blindly copy me, as that's a recipe for disaster. And lastly, I do not invest money for my subscribers. All right, so be careful with any fake accounts. There's a lot of impersonators in the YouTube comments, Discord, Instagram, WhatsApp. Well, they're mentioning WhatsApp, Telegram. So be careful about that. I'll never ask you for personal information. I'll never ask you for money. And yeah, do not get scammed. All right, so let's go here. Let's have some fun. Another beautiful day in the markets. We got a full house up here in Discord. LXEH. Are we getting halted, really? Well, that's a very tight halt level, but okay. It's getting locked in at 215. So north, we have the EMAs coming up, right? Again, 244 or possibly 293. We'll see how it does. But we're halted up there. HOUR on the other hand. LEJU volume is really light. Not sure if this one is on to anything. Might sub it out for one of the other ones. HOUR moving a little bit. I don't want to be too hasty. Again, I'm trying to avoid that red start. I don't want to overtrade the consolidations. And I want to reduce size of my dips, right? Those are still three of the key focus points here for me. So I want to make sure that the stocks that are moving here are, ready to go. So I got smaller size HOUR. It's fluctuating. We'll see if it starts to pull away. TIRX, WAFU. Maybe this one here has a better chance. Low 02, low of the current candle is 19.
LXDH.
42, 46. Nice fill right there. Can we see the break of 50? The question is, how strong are we going to be here? I'm going to go to full size. Can we see the break of 60? Oh, not good. Getting lag. Sink or swim. Please, not today. This one is a little spready, so there's a break of 60. Oh, that's a pretty poor fill.
ATWO.
I'm getting some high fills. I got to be careful. We got a high of 80. Resumption on the other one will be at 35 and 27 seconds. There are bids coming in really high, but we're still seeing a big spread. Taking it around 60 area. Great fill. Smaller size right here. All out for now. Are we going to continue to hold? $69. Oh my goodness. Why are they doing this with these fills today? Jeez Louise. I'm going to watch it over 80 here. It seems like it's holding. Are we? No, not quite. Back down. So maybe it needs that 5-minute pullback. The resumption is at 35.27. 35.27 for LXEH. Again, I think room to 44 before any real issues. This could be a pretty good dip. Low 33 for HOUR. So we got about a minute to that resumption. Well, more like 30 seconds. I think this dip might be decent for HOUR, but you know, I'll gear up for the resumption, which is now 7 seconds away. LXEH, assuming it's a 5-minute halt. LXEH, we're halted at 15. Here we go. No resumption. Is it a 10-minute halt? I'm gonna take a starter on HOUR here. Tight stop at the lows. Tight stop at the lows just to see what it wants to do. There's a good bounce. I'll hold some and watch for a bigger move. I can always add back. Could have held it a little longer though. Could have held more size a little longer rather. 51. Can we keep pushing? That is lovely. That is lovely. This might go here. It might take off. If it is, I want to be all over it. 89. Not quite the push though. Will it try again? We got to be careful of that pullback though. Well, and I will get caught in the pullback. So I'm in a little too high. I needed to wait a little bit more patiently there. Try 50 again. If it doesn't hold here, yeah, it might be finished. So I'll give back about 400 there, unfortunately. Could have avoided the earlier trades at 60, 70 area, but it almost went like through 5, not quite. So 10 minutes, we got 3 minutes to go for the halt on the other one. We got to be better in that area because, you know, I'm already saying it might pull back. You know, I'm a little too aggressive thinking the pullback is going to be high. Gotta just, you know, gotta tone it down. Gotta take it easy. If not, we'll give profits back right away. I like that it's holding the lows, but I think I want to be a little bit more patient and wait to see if it does curl back up. Because some people might buy it up right here, right? The aggressive dip buyers will probably take it here. And the goal is to break high of day to get the short sellers to cover. But right now, the short sellers are feeling good that we rejected 90. They might have added. Maybe they took a little off. And right now, they're still, you know, still holding for a breakdown below low of day, which is at $4. So we'll see if it tries again. I'm interested if it gets back closer to the highs. LXEH coming up in 2 minutes. I want to be ultra aggressive here, but I also have to be accurate. But feel pretty good.
ATWO.
Also, you know, is there something else that's moving? TIRX, how are we doing? LEJU. Is this halted? Oh, it is. Okay, great. Good thing I did that. 38. So that just got halted up. LEJU. Good rotation there. 40 and 27 seconds. So we got about a minute to go. LEJU all halted up. High of day. Well, high of day is actually at 29. So there's room to VWAP here. I'm gonna do 2,500 for LXEH. I was gonna do 3K, but so here we go. Waiting. We got about 30 seconds. Pre-market highs are at 220. It might open up higher, it might open up sideways, it might open up lower. But I'll watch the price action and I'll look for a trade here. If it opens up lower, I'll watch high of day. If it opens up sideways, it depends on how the volume comes in. If it opens up higher, I'll watch for a dip back into the halt level. Let's see, here we go. 3, 2, here we go. 15, good higher open. Will we get locked in? Those are our aggressive trades right there. Very aggressive entries. It looks like it might get locked in. Shout out to Marcelo in those archives, by the way. This is one of the beauty of being a part of MMU. Even as a teacher and a mentor, I also still get to learn, right? And watching Marcelo's archives last night, you know, on a $9,000 green day, definitely reminding me to be a little bit more fearless here, right? So we're off to a nice start. So shout out to MMU, right? Also, shout out to Momo Pro, where, you know, our watch list is coming right from Momo Pro, right? We log in and we pull up these stocks immediately and we get to see what's moving. So we open up higher. It goes up a couple of cents. It pulls back. But once it pulls back, it doesn't keep dropping. And it's a very aggressive buy, but I buy it the moment it stops dropping. And I'm like, okay, can we see a push? It pushes up nicely. And then from there, we get back in again. So now we're halted at 44, and I'm assuming the 200 EMA is more so 93. So I'm going to trade the second resumption as well. It might be another 10-minute halt. But we'll check back in 5 minutes. Rotation, WAFU. Well, the other one was halted, I forgot. Let's not miss this one. LEJU, here we go. 43 and 52 seconds. So we got about a minute. I'll have smaller size here at first because I'm not sure how it's moving and the volume is kind of light. But let's see what it does. LEJU, high of day breakout over 629. Will we see it? VWAP is up there at 92, 91. 43 and 52 seconds. So we got about a minute to go. BAOS. Yeah, there's this, the halt levels are very tight on LXEH. The bands are pretty close. T. There's some other ones. There's some other ones moving. We gotta be on point here for this resumption though. A couple of seconds to go. Yeah, TIRX. Not bad. Come back to that in a sec. Well, 5 days looking interesting here. Maybe I trade this one instead. There's 98. It might keep going. Close, close. Smokes but no cigar. Out of that dip too soon. It's holding up fairly well. Tried adding for 5, it didn't go. It's struggling at 5. Can we see a big bid? TIRX. Opting to trade this one instead. High fill over the whole dollar. Getting some high fills, man. Ooh, look at that resumption. Dangerous on LEJU. Fortunate fill there for me. I should have lost 200-300. Very fortunate fill. So I'm going to switch to TIRX. This is the one to watch. Pre-market highs are at 559. We're a little late to the party here, though. TIRX going absolutely insane. Halt at 559. Will we get locked in? It seems like it will. Guys, we just mentioned it pre-market that the stocks are just going absolutely insane. And even LEJU is going to hold up and get halted up. So again, for those people who are, going through the learning curve, still building experience, the main thing in this type of market is to not feel FOMO. Don't feel like you're missing anything. The hot and cold cycles will continue for years. So it's a matter of just getting yourself where you need to be and taking in this necessary FRC resume there and taking in this necessary. Oh, I'm gonna mistime that resumption. Did I get a decent fill? I did. Lovely. LXCH, I got a good fill there. It might get halted down though. There it is. I got a nice fill trying to get around 50 area. I checked the time and I thought I had time and I did my math wrong. So the resumption is going to get me off guard. FRC. Oh, is it delisted? Is it done? What's happening here? Didn't it just say it resumed? Or is it halted up again? FRC. No, it's still showing 193 or 190 rather. So TIRX is next. Don't feel good that I'm not very green on it, considering the move, but I also missed the first portion, so didn't quite get to get in alignment, right?
LXEH. TIRX.
Okay, pre-market highs. And did we have any other daily levels? I mean, it has room. Maybe 665, 365, which we're well above. 665. Seeing there's a candle with a topping wick, 665.
LXEH.
Pre-market lows, we'll get rid of that. Just have it look a little bit more clean. So room to 665 here. Time, let's not mess up this resumption. I will trade it up top. Time, 9:45. So at 55 and 24 seconds, we'll resume. We got to protect our gains though, so we got to still manage risk. We're at 1400. We still got to manage risk. 50 and 17 seconds. I might reduce size again for LEJU, but the spreads are crazy, but we need to see volume, man. When I got long, it was a great area, but the buying was so slow to get in. I think I'd probably leave it alone though, being that it's only 20, 30,000 shares per candle. Yeah, I will. And LXEH, I think looks good for potential bounce opportunity. Maybe, we'll see. The resumptions are only a minute apart, so once this one resumes, we'll have to get ready for the other one. Also 50, what is it? 50, I said 55, 50 and 24 seconds. The other one is 15 and 17 seconds, LEJU. TIRX, 50 and 24 seconds. We're halted at 559. No fear, no hesitation. And I accept the risk. Even if I take a big loss, I accept the risk. 559. We're halted at 559. Right at the pre-market highs. We might resume 560 or 590 maybe. Hopefully it doesn't resume lower. "24 seconds and counting." TIRX. If this goes well, we should make at least 500 here. 10 seconds. 4, 3, 2, here we go. Sideways. Drop. Maybe it bounces, but it's dangerous here. It could drop some more. Can we do size immediately? 80. It's struggling. I'm gonna, if it comes, what's the low? 82. I want to risk off the lows, but I don't want to risk 300.
BAOA.
I'm gonna risk, hopefully it doesn't flush. It might flush, it could. But I'm gonna risk off the lows right here and just hold. If we get, if we get buyers, we could surge up 530 easily.
LEJU.
There's 7. There's 9.
LXEH BAOS.
Will we gain buyers though? It has to gain buyers to get that surge back to 530. If not, maybe it's going to the depths. So just waiting patiently. There's 15. I'll sell another something. All out. 13 was the high of the last candle. I got small size here for now until it starts to pull away again. Let's wait. Gotta be patient. Smaller size, same trade. Tight stops. As long as it doesn't flush down 30-40 cents. Oh, there's some selling. It didn't break the lows though, so I'm out a little too early here in this trade. 85, 85, 86.
LXEH.
Come on. Let's hold our level here. If it lingers for too long, it's not good either because we could then see the the big drop. But paper hands for me, paper hands, not holding. So I might even miss the trade here. I am trying to avoid a flush though, So there's a little level of risk, or if you want to say fear. But it still didn't break those lows at 82, I believe, right? It was. If it breaks down and reclaims, that could be really good. The other one halted down lower again. Okay, we're just giving back. Aye, aye, aye. 79. It's a very soft touch. I should have been in at 80. It might go. Should have been in at 80. It broke down, but it was soft, and that's usually a good thing. But I wasn't sure. If I'm holding at 80, I'm just holding here. But, to scalp it and hold here, it's a little more difficult in case it does fail. But over 13, which I believe is the high of this bear flag, I'm going to size back up. I think it means business. Will we see an entry?
LBJU.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Do not flush. Hold, hold, hold. Man, it might still hold here. But those are some close trades, man. Quite the pullback though, right here. If that dip would have held up, I already had 4,000 shares, average of 45 or something. But I'm hoping to get back to 60, 70. Whenever those big flushes come, that's the thing. We just have to hold up that low, that first low, and then we can slingshot back. But if not, we come down more, and here we are. All right. It's like a rejection candle, so we got to be careful. But it still looks decent on the one, but of course the 5 minute has more weight, and we're seeing a rejection candle here. So the short sellers, man, I did get some decent scalps, but there's nothing like holding from 480 where I should have been holding because it broke down by just 3 cents and reclaimed the level. What was I thinking? Not buying it. So it's holding up. We got a low 507 on the last, low 507 on the current. It's holding up, so it's still in play. I'm long, watching for 40. I shouldn't have sold that. I shouldn't have sold that. That was not a good sell. There's more potential reward than risk here. I need to hold that trade. Find mistakes. Got to avoid. It needs to start curling here though. Time 58. There's not a lot of time left on the candle. So if we don't want to end with a topping wick, we need to see it over 37 in the next 2 minutes. Is it gonna fail? It's holding. Buyers are coming in. I want it. Maybe I should buy the bids here. We're gonna see a little something. Come on. Hold up and curl up. We got a minute and 5 seconds to get over 37. I'm more comfortable in holding this entry here longer. I need to be more patient, man. I could avoid all those losing trades if I just wait. So here we go, 24. Again, it must get over 37 here in the next like 40 seconds. We got to avoid those losing trades. Titanic. There's 30 seconds and we're not making any ground. I think I'll be out. I'll wait. I'll get back in again if I have to somewhere. Maybe break of 37. We should have already been at like 30 by now. So anyhow, there's 15 seconds. Let's see. I don't want to be in with the candle closing as a topping wick is why I'm back out. If not, I would have kept holding for 50, but so I'll watch for break of 37 if it curls up. If not, we might get a drop here. Resumption on LEJU. We have to avoid those nonsense trades in the middle, man. It's just patience. Are we gonna rip here? Are we trapping? I think we might be trapping here. See, that's the same exact trade from 380 or 480. It comes down to $5, doesn't break, and then takes off. Do not fail. Do not fail. Good. Good. We missed that extra 20 cents. I'm going to hold this into the halt. Oh, maybe not.
LEJU.
32. We're getting halted. Should have held it. Will we get locked in? Will we get locked in? Man, those MMU archives, man. Those MMU archives got me feeling right. Shout out to Marcelo. Shout out to Marcelo right now, man. Last night I studied that $9,000 day. And I spoke to Marcelo, we were talking, and he's like, for those of you who don't know, we trade so similarly. We trade it, if you don't know, it's like, you wouldn't really be able to tell, right? You wouldn't be able to tell if it's Marcelo or myself sitting there. But the difference is the fearlessness, the aggression, the composure, right? To just go for the trades that we know and love. And so after watching that $9,000 day, it reminded me of what it is that I'm doing here. So shout out to MMU, right? I stood here for an hour watching those those trades. It's paying off today. So studying does help. We're 3.7, which is good. And I think we can add some more on this resumption, but of course we'll have to be careful, as always. The other two are just getting halted left and right. LXEH and LEJU. WAFU, not much. TIRX, well, that's the one we're trading. HUIC, what was this? Oh, this one sold off. HOUR sold off.
LXEH.
FRC still halted. It might just get delisted.
TIRX. PACW.
No, Cactus, not that, man. In fact, there's a bigger discount going on than just 40%. There's a 50% discount going on today. Going on for the entire month, really. Code Manifest. It's being posted by the Nightbot. If anybody does want to check it out, of course they can. And there's a guy in Discord saying code PUMP for 40% off. The only thing that we can legally pump here in this space and in this community is the thumbs up. So be sure to hit the like button and support Relentless Trader, who is putting it all on the line and trading in front of hundreds of people every day. No trickery, no gimmicks, just the market and myself. We got 6:32. Let's see. Let's get ready for the resumption. Time 02. We got halted at 02 and 3 seconds. So at 7 and 3 seconds, have resumption. Let me quickly take a look at the daily chart. So 65 I had. What else is there? 795, but the volume in there isn't super high. TIRX. We got to make sure to still do our due diligence. Not get caught up in miss key levels. I'd say 1070. Maybe 1070. Maybe even 975. Probably 1070. The levels aren't super obvious and they're spread out. I'm gonna add 10. I'm gonna add 975 and 1070. Okay. 65 essentially cleared. I mean, we're right up on the level. TIRX. Halted at 632. 13 seconds for resumption. Five, four, three. Here we go. 632. Nice resumption. Oh my goodness, that was such a high fill. It's gonna throw me off a little bit.
LEJU.
Wait, did we resume lower? And did I misread that level too? Holy smokes. Am I getting old here? We have a lows, it's 570. I'm gonna reduce size. What in the world? I thought I saw 770.
BAOS.
Let's reduce size a little bit more. Try and catch our bearings here. You know what happened? I hit the buy button and it didn't register. So I got a higher fill. Have to hit it again. My goodness. I'm gonna just hold here. It just looks like it's just squeezing. This is all on small size too, which isn't great. My goodness. You know, years ago I was afraid of this momentum, and now it's just like normal, you know? You got used to it. The experience. Will we see a bigger pullback at some point here, a flush? Maybe. There's a seller at 79. 98 for highs. Oh, it went. I'm gonna ease off here. Ease off. 14. Oh.
AMGH. TIRX. LXEH.
Yeah. Still squeezing. We got to be careful for that big drop. It might come like a dollar share. We do not need to get caught in that. It'll happen at some point.
PACW. LEJU.
Is that it?
BAOS.
Reducing size might not have been the best decision there, as we're going to miss out on like 50% more of the gains. We could have done double what we did there. So we had a low of 59. I wonder if it's just going to be super strong and not give that bigger drop. Low 59. High to current candles 13. Need to use the keyboard here. It'll be faster to sell than the mouse. I think 87. It's holding high, so we're gonna get break of 7 again. Was that too aggressive of an ad? No. Well, we need to see the new high of day though. Nope, not good. It's lagging too. Oh my goodness. It is very high risk. It is very high risk. We need to see that push. If not, we might get a pullback here. But it's fluctuating so much, man. Not even getting the areas I want. Is it going to come down to just holding size and being comfortable? The bid is holding. Come on, rip through 8. Rip through 8. It's like it's this endless churn. It's like it's getting shorted again, but people are still buying. So which way? Which way? Up or down? Churning a lot here. Maybe I ease off. We do not need a big flush. We held up 7, but it might come down even more. It's possible. One and done. One and done on that dip. So it's right back up. It's strong. I knew it might have went below 7, but not by how much. So I was kind of waiting to see what the bottom was going to be, but it was already too late. I needed to just buy the selling, but the risk, man, the risk. Well, we got to continue to be fearless here.
LEJU.
Highs at 750. People are still buying it. There might be a hidden seller at 50. No straight rip. I'm gonna ease off. Churning way too much. Can we see a pullback again? 15 fill? Come on now, that's just robbery. We also gotta hope nobody big markets out. Getting a lot of lag, man. Curl. Okay, it might be backside, I think. It might be backside. But it's still early. Just not happy with all the churning there in the last 5 minutes, so I'll just wait. The dip came down. We had lows of 80. Now we got lows of 50. What does it want to do? Are we gonna see, a bigger pullback backside, or is it curl back up again? Back over 7, I'll get involved. If not, gotta trust the entries, man.
PACW. WAL.
And again, we made the bulk of this gain on this thing here with the 1,000 shares when we reduced size out of that resumption. And I only reduced size because I thought the price went higher and it didn't. So I just like, okay, I need to catch myself here. So a little unfortunate there, but all good. Still a solid day to this point. $50, $30. I'm thinking it's on the backside, especially with this topping wick on the 5. That might be it. Do we have anything else on the other stocks? Let's see. HOUR, no good. HUIZ, no good. LEJU, not much. LXEH, not much. TIRX, of course, so this is the one we're watching, and then WAFU. Yeah, that might do it. Did we give back like 400 off the top, I think, or maybe 300? Maybe like 400. It's insane, man, and it's been like this for days. So, we have to connect, man. We have to connect. That's the main thing. Connect early, not go deep in the red, not overtrade the consolidation like I fell victim to again at the end. It's like if we can just stay disciplined to that and then be fearless when we see the entries, we can make some good money.
BAOS. JWAC.
This guy. If it gets back above 7, I'd still be interested, but I'll wait for that. We had a low 13. I'm gonna put my hands back on the buy button just in case there's something impressive. If not, I'd still be waiting. And we got just 500 shares. We'll trade it down here in this order entry window. Sometimes sometimes, man, it comes down to the circumstances. Like if I can get the circumstances to just be slightly different at times. Like yesterday I mentioned in some of those areas, like it's like at every 50-50 type of area, it didn't go in my favor at all. Like couldn't get to build anything. Today there's some areas where it was so high risk, but the stock just doing its thing, and just, in the moment that I'm buying, the volume is looking good. So I'm willing to hold it a little longer, and then catching the dips in a decent area, being confident to hold it a little longer, selling, a smaller size, scaling out. Yeah, I think this is finished. That last bounce there was probably a good short. Uh, Seems like backside.
HUDI. PACW. WAL.
So if you're watching on YouTube, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Likewise with Twitch, Facebook, YouTube. And if you're a new viewer, consider following and or subscribing to the channel. You guys can check out our Discord, where I do share my screen. And of course, the Discord is great just because of the sense of community. It's a great environment. It's a good place. There is healthy competition. And ultimately, we're all pushing each other to get better. And it's very supportive too. You post a red P&L, people let you know, and like if you let people know, like, I had a rough day, broke my rules, it's like you hear all the right set of things. It's not a one size fit all, so you can't. Sometimes it's hard to give someone like direct advice or anything like that, but just the general support. Hold your head high, and keep pushing forward. Take the lessons from the day. Reducing size, all those good stuff. And there are some great traders here, right? There are some great, great traders. We're gonna meet up again in July of this year in California. All like 7 of us, I think. It should be nice. Should be cool.
WAL.
So it'll be myself, of course, Marcelo, Crispy, Calamity, Save, and Tim. Wrong Bet will be there as well. So Crispy, I don't know if Crispy's watching on right now, but Crispy was telling me he's supposed to take me to this Devils game, and here we had Game 7. He has season pass tickets, and here I am, watching the game from my TV. Crispy, what's going on, man? I think that might have been last night though, But if you go out on a weekday, maybe you're not as prepared for the trading day. That's actually why I didn't go to the first one that he mentioned. It's like, man, I don't know about the weekdays, man. The Rangers and the Devils, very interesting name for a team, but yeah, I'm surprised they haven't changed that yet. But hockey. But yeah, anyhow, I've met up with Crispy before many times. Save I met in Times Square. That was a nice. He's a nice guy, man. Good guy, great trader. Calamity as well. When we did the last meet, we didn't really record a lot of content, but this time around there'll be full-on vlogs, and I'll encourage Crispy to do a vlog as well from his perspective, right? The travel, of course, showing the people how you're getting down, and it should be good content. I think the people will enjoy it. YGMZ, yeah, I have YGMZ up here, but I don't know. I feel like the volume. Let's see. Well, it's decent volume, but it's pulled back quite a bit. How's the 5 minute chart? Well, it actually looks pretty good on the 5 minute. So over from 95. If it does curl back up, YGMZ looks better down there. I'm gonna reduce size just to get a good bearings. It is already a little extended off those lows. But if it breaks 95 for the 5 minute candle to make the new high, I might be involved here.
BAOF JWAC.
Guys, be sure to hit the thumbs up button. Right now we have 415 people still watching on. Can we get up there to 200 likes for another big green day, my biggest green day this year? Right now we're sitting at 4,100. It's a lot of money to be able to make in that type of time. I'm gonna add here if this breaks over 2. YGMZ. Great fill. Now we'll continue and make a new high over 210. Okay. I'm a little I want to be careful here because we had 3 green candles in a row. It could need that quick 1 minute pullback. But a lovely bottoming wick though, so this looks good. Better not be failing.
PACW.
This is the bottom. And am I stopping out here? That might have been the bottom, but I didn't expect a double bottom. Quite the pullback. Ay, ay, ay. There was a buyer at 79, 20,000. Buyers came in 77, area 76. It still drops. It's either failing or maybe we're seeing a double bottom. Quite the pullback from 95. 25-cent pullback for a 1 minute pullback. Come on. What I want to see is a quick flag like this. And then, continuation. This is why for me it's always good to try and use a little smaller size, because if I was using 25 or 3,000, we'd already be down 400 just trying to get this bottom. Just the dip, the dip of the dip. There's a great meme that we had in Discord of this stuff. The bottom does not stop, it just keeps going. So it seems like 70 might be the support here again. Ay, ay, ay. Okay. There is risk. There's a lot of risk buying where I bought, though. You know, I know at 95, it is extended. So it's like I'm asking the stock to do, you know, a little bit more of like, hey, can you just go straight through without pulling back here? But it is likely that you see some form of pullback. Guys, be sure to check out Momo Pro. All right, Momo Pro, Momo of the Pro. That's where we got all these hot stocks, and it's where we get our hot stocks every day. If you're interested in the platform, remember you can use code Relentless for 25% off for 6 months. There's another big resumption on LEJU, but again, that volume is so light. Very high risk. Okay, it's 10:28. If we have any questions, we can answer some questions here, and then I think we might call it. Let me know, Joseph. I appreciate it. Let me know if you guys have any questions or comments. TIRX curling up a little bit. The day is coming to an end. For those of you on Instagram, be sure to check us out on YouTube, all right? We're Relentless Trader live streams every day. Right now we have about 400 people watching on. I think we might have had a high of 500, but yeah, be sure to check out the YouTube live stream each and every morning at 9:15 a.m. The sweet spot. Commissions are 0. Let's see. This stock is coming up. I wonder if it'll be worth looking at here. Hold on, we'll talk about it in a sec. Let's see. 500 shares, small size. Let's not get too aggressive here yet. Break of the bear flag is at 65, but it's extended here. This could be another bull trap for a rejection.
JWAC.
Right now, that's the side I'm leaning on, so I think it's weaker than it's stronger here. So I'm going to wait. It has to blow through 65 and hold above 50 for me to think it's good, for me to be convinced.
LEJU.
So can we see 70, 80? And then if it dips, it needs to hold above 60, 50 area. So there's 70, 75. Good enough. How well are we going to do on the dip if it drops here? 80, 85. Very well, very good. Does it mean business? 60, 55. No, yeah, no. It has to hold here. Small size, I'm a little uncertain. 45. Maybe I give it a little bit more time. It's doing all right. It's doing all right. It's still holding. But for this to be good, the volume on either this candle or the next candle has to be hive day volume. And it has to get back to like 750. Then maybe it goes to 10. But I mean, it's very early in the process. I don't know if that'll happen.
PACW.
This is good. We got a low of 45, and it's trying again. So it's proving to me that it's holding up this. I think if it comes down again, I'm going to take a position. and put a stop in place.
WAL.
It might mean business here. It might mean business. Come on. We want to see that rip right through, but okay. Oh, 07, not quite the breakout. Also, we got to be careful for a big rip and flush, hard flush. It means business here, but we got to connect on some trades. Low 70, 45. Ay, ay, ay. Maybe we get a nice entry, but I doubt it. This is the thing when you wait for confirmation, sometimes it means missing a trade, you know? But that's okay. If it's strong, there'll be more entries. If it's strong. And we'll size back up quickly once we get in a nice rhythm here. Right now, the short sellers are panicking. That's what's happening right now to them. Anybody who's short, you know, at like 660, they're hoping it just flushes down. Or they'll have to cover maybe like 720, and that's how we start to see that eruption. Is this too high? I can add to this though.
LXEH.
No, it looks like it might be good. I wonder if there's a hidden buyer there. I don't know for sure.
JWAC. TANH.
The goal is to hold this over 7, but what I'm wondering right now, I should have added. Yeah, should have added. Okay, sorry. Maybe I hold this to 780. Let's see, I'm going to try. Should have had more size. Holding this diamond hands to 788. Can we get the short sellers to panic and to cover? We need them to feel the pain. They've been winning all last year. They've been winning all last year. Now it's time for the bulls to finally come outside. The grass is green. So will we see it? This has to hold here. Right, will we see it? Once it gets over 10, I expect volume to get in aggressively. There's 5, 8, 9. There's that volume. Now it's on. Let's see how far this goes. Here's the squeeze incoming. A lot of fluctuation. Now we really needed more size on this trade, but the entry came at 640. I just didn't have enough confidence to take it there. A whole small size now, 200. When it starts to go, of course, there might be scalps, but we have to make sure we don't see a big red candle, or else I could be getting caught buying the very high.
AMPC.
Like if it rips to 50 and then it looks like it's holding 25, I buy. Or maybe it rips to 70, it drops to 40, it looks like it's holding, I buy. And then before you know it, I'm selling $1 a share loss. It can happen if it fails and double tops. So already anticipating and accepting risk, you know, I mean, I don't know if that'll happen, hopefully not. But, you know, if it does, we got to be prepared to take the loss. Because I will try to scalp it. I already know, you know, if the volume looks good, I'll trust it, but hopefully the market can follow through. We really should have added, man. I even had the intuition to do it, but I was wondering if it was too high. So there might have been a hidden buyer there. Now I don't know if they're still there, but we'll see. It might come down because it's lingering. I'm gonna cut this trade and watch to get back in. Depending on how it comes down, I'll buy back. If it comes down, if not, maybe I'm out too early. In the last couple of shares. Come on, that wasn't a real drop. Big seller, 10,083. Yeah? No? Maybe not. Let's wait.
TACW.
It needs the slingshot. 6. Is it done? Okay.
WAL.
Oh! It might be finished.
TWKF.
We need it once that... Okay, that drop is alright. But once that drop comes, it has to slingshot. It has to just right back up. Or else the short sellers, they, they get the win. Ah! Not like that. Didn't like that we didn't come out of there with some green. It's because that position was too small at, when we finally got the trade. So we gave back a little bit there. But that's alright. So we'll finish at 38. 38. We gave back a lot. Well, I mean, it's not that much, but still, a good amount. It's like a good green day, on a normal day. 500. And then maybe even a little bit more before that. But this is close, this is like a 50-50. If this candle gives that bottoming wick type of bounce, usually, not always, but usually the follow through is instant. You'd see it get right back to like 720 in no time. And they best hope that the volume slows down, or else just like this, halt it up. And then the short squeeze is on for real. Because short sellers are loaded up in this area here. They're loaded up right here. Loaded up. They're all hoping this goes right back down to 4. Some of them chased it. Some of them chased it and they're in low at like 6. So if this goes over high of day, they have no choice but to stop out. So they're gonna get lucky here today. This really isn't going to go to 10, 15, but all good fun. So and so for those of you who are short sellers listening on, no hard feelings. There are going to be days where we get brutalized, and it's just a natural occurrence of things, right? And I'm a short seller too, just on a different stock, different day. It depends on if there's shares available, these type of things. Yes, Alex, that happened to me many a times. Getting too much emotions, or just simply a mistake where, let's say I hit the buy button 5 times, and I'm just selling, and before you know it, I'm short in the trade. It's happened to me at least 10 times minimum. There's also been situations where, because Thinkorswim usually never has shares available, I'm just hitting sell, knowing that it'll just reject the last couple of orders, but there actually was shares available. Here I am short in the trade, right? So yeah, that's happened to me as well. But yeah, guys, it's been a great day. Couldn't have asked for a better day here today, especially after yesterday and the frustration. We're gonna look to try and keep it up. What's like to me personally, this is not really impressive. What's impressive is doing this with consistency. Okay, you did it for one day. Can you do it tomorrow? Because let's assume the momentum stays like this for 2 weeks. Can I do this, what I did today, tomorrow, Thursday, Friday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, all throughout the next week? It's a tall task because there's a lot of variables. Trading is hard, trading is risky, but I feel like I'm more than competent. I have the experience. Like I mentioned earlier today, years ago, I'd watch a stock like this go and not touch it until the highs, buy the highs, or buy the backside at red day. So it's like years in the making of me building the confidence, studying, and still studying to this day to have the confidence to be buying this type of wild, crazy. I'm telling you guys, and I privated those videos on YouTube, but those videos are still sitting there of stocks going up like this 2 years ago, and me just not able to do anything because of the fear. It's like I'm paralyzed. I'm seeing entries that I could take, but just paralyzed and just watching. So it's years in the making. It takes time. It's definitely not an overnight thing. But it can be done, and we're seeing guys like Marcelo doing it to this high level of consistency, right? So yeah, commissions. So on a day like, I'll log in and tell you how much I paid. So I had 200 orders. If I had to guess, I'd say about $15 to $20. I did use some share size today, so let's say like $20 to $25 max in fees. They still have some fees, like routing fees and things like that. So I'll log in on my cell phone here, and then I'll let you know the difference with commissions. Or let's just say fees, not necessarily commission, because TD Ameritrade is commission free. The argument is usually, hey, with a direct access routing platform, Cobra, Lightspeed, Centerpoint, can the better fills or faster fills offset the fees? That's usually like the argument that you'll hear. And for me, if I'm to go to a commission broker, the number one thing for me is to not overtrade the consolidation, which I keep doing at some points. I have to try to eliminate it completely. I gotta eliminate the mistakes, and or at least, being that I'm human, maybe it keeps happening, but the frequency needs to be once a week, and then once a month, and once a quarter. Right now it's once a day. It's just too often. Once a day is just too many times. 38.45. 38.45 less 38.73. $28. Well, a little bit more than I thought, but yeah, $28 to operate, not bad. But the key is for Thinkorswim to perform at its highest standard. There are some days where the platform feels good, feels quick, and then there's other days where it's a nightmare. That's the bad thing. Some days you miss out a whole move, and you also got to factor that in too. Maybe it's worth paying the commissions. If you have the management and the proper strategy to avoid that, because that could have been your best day ever. Maybe it could have been a red day too, but with our standard, we expect ourselves to do well. We trust ourselves to be disciplined. In fact, I'd rather trade and have had that red day and learn a lesson than to not be able to trade at all, right? So it's definitely something for debate. It's definitely something for debate. We got a donation here of $2, man. Really nice. Awesome. I appreciate it. We haven't had a donation in a long time. That's the first donation in months, I believe. So definitely appreciate it. Okay, guys, I think we'll wrap it up. Yeah, I do have some basic hotkeys here through Thinkorswim. Just simple stuff though. Shift Z, Shift X, Shift C. Right, buy a market, sell market, cancel, buy the bids, buy the ask, sell the bids. I do have all those hotkeys. The DAS Trader platform though also provides hotkeys and even more intuitive hotkeys You know, like buying with offsets, selling half, selling quarters, which I don't really use as much. Like 90% of my orders goes through Thinkorswim. Like Marcelo, on the other hand, I think 90% of his orders goes through DAS, right? And he prefers it that way because of the offsets and the ability to maybe sell in halves. But when I sell through Dask, I feel like there's just too much lag for me. And there's also risks when it comes to uh, positions not being sent through properly because of signal issues. If I hit the buy button on Thinkorswim and there's some sort of issue, I'm likely to be reimbursed. With DAS, if I hit the same trade, same thing, same situation, but there's an issue, you're not going to get reimbursed at all because they're going to just say, hey, that's not us, that's DAS. And DAS do not reimburse. So, you know, they'll just tell you, hey, it's like a system thing with the brokers and we're not liable, you know, or the cost of trading or something like that, they say. So there are some risks. Now, that doesn't happen often, but, you know, depending on your style and how you want to do it, there's options. I guess that's always a good thing. There's options. All right, guys. Dash, take it easy. Everybody else that tuned in today, we'll be back tomorrow around 9:15 a.m. Hopefully for another beautiful day in the markets. All right. Stay safe, stay green. If you're going the distance, continue to trade smart. Continue to trade setups. And even if today is a red day or a max loss day, remember to take the lesson. Sometimes it's the small things, right? Maybe the hesitation, maybe you were gun shy, maybe you held a losing trade too long. You know, sometimes those are the things that gets in the way. Or maybe you went from green to red, right, and got frustrated, couldn't stay focused. We just got to try to be better for the next day and come back again tomorrow and look to improve, right? Because for me, that's the name of the game. You know, regardless of where I end the day, it's all about progress. Can I become better over time? Can the discipline compound over time, which will ultimately make, you know, the future a little bit better, right? The trading metrics, the performance, and the green days. Yeah, so take it easy, guys. Trade smart, trade setups. It's been your favorite YouTuber, Relentless Trader. And let me not forget, of course, you know, be sure to check out MMU, Merciless Markets University. That's the day trading course that we have here. Right now, and you know, maybe I need to do a better job. I'll definitely mention it in the recap. But we are giving away a free course at the end of the month. All right. The requirements are, right, of course, you have to be a part of the community, the Discord, our chat room. That link is down below, and it's also being posted by the Nightbot, right? For those of you on YouTube, for Twitch and Facebook, reach out to me in the YouTube comment section or on Instagram, any, you know, at Relentless Trader anywhere, and I can send you the link. And yeah, you know, from there, subscribe to my channel, subscribe to Marcelo's channel if you're not already, and publish a 5-minute video on YouTube going over your trading journey. And I've had someone say, hey, RT, can I do a private video and just send it to you and Marcelo? Of course you can. If you don't want to be out there in the spotlight, doesn't matter the reason. Maybe you're a little shy, maybe it's something else, right? That's completely fine. You can just, you know, send the video to us, or maybe you publish it as unlisted, however you want to do it. And yeah, just talk about your trading journey and why you want to be selected for the free membership. All right. Besides that, for those of you who you know, don't care to do a video, there is the Manifest coupon, which is 50% off right now, right? Code Manifest on checkout for 50% off. And lastly, before I forget, title the video MMU Manifesting My Future and hashtag challenge. All right. The deadline will be May 25th. And after that, we will select a winner. And there's been some great videos so far, by the way. All right, guys, I'm heading out. I am heading out. Stay safe, stay green, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow.